start showing some love because we are so happy. We are pumped. We are waiting for her to like pivot us all. She's been with the company for so long. She knows the whole company inside out. She's going to bless us tonight. Welcome, 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 Danny. So happy to be your host tonight. Very, very happy. Get your, it's 8 o'clock. Get your pens and papers ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. So yeah, so I guess we can start. It's 8 o'clock. So Daniela, if you're welcome, if you allow me, I will do your bio and then we can get cracking. Welcome. Are you, can you talk? Oh.
Yes, yes.
Okay. 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 Let's do the bio and then that way we don't waste time. But keep coming, call your friends and team members. So let me tell you who Daniela is. She has nearly 2 decades of experience in the direct sale. She began her journey at Opulence Global as a distributor. In 2016, she joined the corporate team as the sales development manager to create strategies for all entrepreneurs at the company to reach their potential in growing their businesses. After 7 years of being on the corporate team, she believed she was best suited to continue her dream of building Opulence Global in her own country, her home country of Mexico. I hope I pronounced it right. So in 2024, Daniela restarted her journey. She's like, I mean, you have to give her a respect for that. She restarted her journey as a lifestyle director too of the company, working on the Mexico expansion and continue to support others in the company to grow their businesses as a master distributor. Daniela donates her times, skills, and resources to different nonprofit organizations and help entrepreneurs achieve their highest potential. Let us show some love to the one and only one, Daniela Ferreira. So happy to be your host. Take over.
Turn on my microphone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our wonderful host. You are doing amazing. And you know what? It gives me, every time I hear my bio, even though like I know it, like I wrote it, it gives me the goosebumps because it's when we connect with our hearts and our passion and what we do and why we love what we do, that makes us to become a better version of ourselves on a daily basis. So thank you so much. Congratulations for taking the leap and saying, I want to become a qualified host and a qualified presenter. And I have the privilege to be your QT for the night. And I'm going to be also taking over in a couple of Mondays. So today we're going to be talking about how can we utilize our tools that are already created by professionals so that we can use it in our business and of course see the results. And I want to hear from you. I want to make sure that all of you are participating with me. Today is a very short training. It's 1 hour, but I want to hear from you as your master distributor. How can I help you with the tools that we already have to take your business to the next higher level? Why? I find that, sometimes we are committed in our business and we show up into every call and we go to the product training and then we do the business training on Saturdays and then we do our launch. But by the way, our incredible lifestyle director too, Obdulia, is teaching the Launchpad on Tuesdays because she's becoming a qualified trainer as well. So we need to make sure that we are supporting each other in our calls and providing feedback so that we can also become better versions of ourselves on a daily basis and of course be successful in our business. So tomorrow we're going to be having, and I know Maria Christine is going to give us the details of what's happening tomorrow, but thank you for your hearts and your comments and everything. It's absolutely amazing to see every single one of you from different parts of the world committed and showing up for your business. And today I want you to share with me the biggest obstacles you're facing in your business today so that with the tools that we already have in the company, we can help you and your business grow. Because I find a lot of times that we have the resources, we just don't know how to use them. And if we don't put that into action, there is no way we can see the results. And I'm going to give you an example. Last week, I gave a webinar in Spanish on how to generate $10,000 in your business for Christmas. And it was open for everybody, but it was a Spanish webinar that I did for the people. And a lot of people just find the ideas great. But what happens is after that I give them the ideas, they just don't put them into action. And the problem with that is that I don't see the results in my business, or my business didn't grow the way I expected. So I feel bad about it. And that, as an entrepreneur, hurts me and my self-esteem and my value and how I feel about myself in my business, because I promised myself that I am going to do something and then I fail at doing it. So instead of encouraging myself to do more, to work better, to become better, to do more things in my business, I feel bad about it. And instead of working towards my goal, I feel defeated. Have you ever been in that situation? Just text me on the chat so I can follow what you're saying and I can follow your feeling. I find a lot of times, let's say I'm going to say, okay, this month I'm going to do $500 in sales, and I do 300. And then I feel like, oh my God, I didn't achieve it. I am like so bad. I couldn't make it. Then next time, when I set up that same goal, I don't feel I'm capable of doing it, because I keep promising myself that I am going to do $500 in sales, but I always end up on doing less. You get me? Do you follow me? So as an entrepreneur, I usually tend to feel worse because we're very exigent with ourselves, right? And then we are like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then at the same time, it doesn't happen. And then I just don't want to promise myself anymore because I know I'm not going to do it. So what happened after this webinar is that I offered to mentor all these different type of people to help them grow their business with the tools that are already designed. They already exist. All you have to do is put them into action. And all you have to do is to look at your agenda. What are the time slots that you're going to work for your business, and then put those into action. So today I'm going to show you from a very, very simple PowerPoint we've had for many, many years. And it's not a full presentation. I just want to take you through the items that we already have in our back office, that are tools that are already designed by professionals about our Opulence opportunity, and how can I use those tools on my day-to-day lifestyle activity to convert those tools into IGAs, which is, who can tell me what IGA stands for? IGA. What does IGA stands for? Give me some wording on the chat. Okay, Renee's on the call. Income generating activity. So if I spend 2 hours of my day fixing my inventory, is that going to bring me money? No. So that's not an IGA. It's as simple as that. I should not be investing my time into something that is not going to make me money. Okay, today at 3 p.m., I already ran out of battery because I am in calls all day long. I'm connecting with people all day long. So I'm always seeking for that opportunity. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. I just want to make sure that I have it ready here. And I'm going to show you from the tools that we have already, if you can just allow me to share. It's 7 p.m. in Mexico, so we're not that separate from time zone, but I do see Thailand on the house. Hi, Natamon, Sawadee. And maybe system, plug in and use the tools. I love it. Larry, that's absolutely right. Why do I have to reinvent the wheel? I don't have to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already designed. Okay, let me see if I can share now.
Sorry. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, you can see my slide about the targets, right? So every single month,
yes,
I sit down and I design what my target for that month is, right? So at the beginning of the month, you see me texting Renee, making sure that my target is aligned to what we want to achieve, right, Renee? And then we said, okay, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve this. Like, I know already what my PGB needs to be, what my PV needs to be, how many people do I need to bring into my organization? Who am I helping this month to grow? Who in my team, just always ask yourself, who in my team can go to the next higher level? Who's open? Because remember, this is a live business. This is a lifetime. You see, we go through the ups and downs, the peaks and the valleys, and we're not always at our highest. We need to understand that. We're not always going to be, and our team is not always going to be ready to go to the next higher level. So we go through the ups and downs of life, right? Can you imagine Renee, after almost 20 years in this business, myself after 15 years, I don't know how many of you are new on this call or you're taking a look at this for the first time, and you probably just started your journey in Opulence Global. So maybe you haven't reached your first peak yet. Maybe you are in your deepest heel. I don't know, but we're here to stay. We're here for the moments where you're not at your best, and those days where you don't even want to get off your bed. But that's the beauty of this business and the beauty of this industry, that every single day we have that new hope of resetting, refreshing, and said, okay, let's go. So when I look at my targets, I have already had created my list of at least my 100 people or my 100 customers or the 100 leads that I am looking at every single day. And the reason why I put 100 is because normally when we are at 20, we stop. And we're always looking at the 20th warmest leads that we are talking to. It could be a cousin that you just reconnected with. It could be a friend. It doesn't matter, right? But I am engaging at least with 2 new people a day. So this morning I texted a friend that, I look at, I maybe go for a coffee a couple of times. She used to live in Canada. She's now in Mexico. We went to Tim Hortons once because we have now Tim Hortons here, very crossing the street from my home. I have a Tim Hortons. So imagine, I don't even feel like I'm missing Canada, right? So we go to Tim Hortons to remember back in the day when we were in Canada, and then we connected, and I don't speak about business. They just see me on Facebook. They see on my videos. They see I'm successful. They see I do what I love to do. And they are shy to ask. They are not going to come and ask you, okay, so tell me what it is that you do. They are waiting for you to tell them, right? So just engage on a daily basis with 2 people. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to recruit them on the spot, that you want to, load them with information about the business and you're going to ask them, so you want to become an LADE tonight? Well, no. You need to build like and trust. And then if that's the case, you continue to have at least 10 new VIP customers or prospects every month. So if I am at least selling, 20 bottles of Fountain of Life a month, that's more than my family pack. That's more than $300 in CV. That's more, activity than a new LA, because I'm actively selling product. And then I conduct 3 tours per week. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, we're doing more than 3 presentations a week, because sometimes people can't commit to a specific time slot that I have created for our Spanish tours. By the way, we do a weekly Spanish tour on Wednesdays, and you can bring anybody that that speaks Spanish. They can join myself and our lifestyle director, Obdulia Esparza from California. We are doing the presentation. It takes us 35 to 40 minutes. We open up for Q&A, and people are absolutely loving it. So the reason why we have these tools is you don't have to come up with an idea that, I'm going to do a tour. It's already designed for you. If you're local and you are in Canada, then you can join, our weekly tours live. But if you are not live in Toronto, you can tap into a lot of the tours that we have on a weekly basis. So I need to make sure that all these people that I'm engaging with at least every week on a daily basis, I can tap them into my tours. Because guess what happens? Last week, we had about 15 people confirmed for our weekly tour. And we had 7 people showing up. So what does that tell you? That I can commit myself to join a Zoom webinar tonight and still don't show up, even though I had confirmed. So all I got to do is tap into more people. And I got to tell you, like, I am investing in ads every single month, and we're putting a lot of money in the residual that we're earning and the money that we're earning from our business to create new leads and to talk to new people that we cannot tap because we are in a small, in a specific city. And all I can tell you is, like, if I have a 400 leads, and from 400 leads, 100 said, yes, I want to take a look at this. And out of those 110 show up into the tour, what does that tell me? That I need to talk to 4,000 people to get 10 people coming to my tour. So if you're not hitting those targets, you're just simply not talking to enough people. And then you are going to find out your number. Okay, you're going to find out what's the number that works for you, because we are all different. And then from making more presentations and doing more of the IGA that I discussed, guess what? You're going to start seeing your own results. I love doing live presentations, and I'm going to start doing the live tours in Mexico City, because I find people like to come and have this coffee and cookies and kind of like join the community and see what this is all about. But because I'm targeting all Mexico, and I can have people that are, 15, 20 hours away from Mexico City, then I don't have the need right now to conduct live tours. But if I am talking to all these people, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to launch a minimum of 1 LA a month. Like, that should be your minimum. And still, there are months where I have not recruited anybody. Right? And of course, that keeps me on track of selling products every month. So my PV doesn't become relevant to me because I'm selling products. And if I'm selling products, then my PV is done. I don't have to worry about anything in my business. It's set up in my Smart Buy. It goes through my credit card. And then every month, if I need to order my products, it's way more than my $450. Why? Because I focus on one family pack of Fountain of Life. In my case, that I'm in Mexico City and it's the only product that we currently have here, it's the only product that I'm leading with. So everywhere I go, I have my Fountain of Life bottle, so that if I'm talking to somebody and they want one, at least I have a product with me. Now, how am I going to make this happen on my day-to-day? I want this to become your lifestyle. So if you're doing this business, whether it's part-time or full-time, at least you know how many hours you're inputting into the business, and from those hours, what it is that you need to do. I agree with Hoden. Human connection is very important. So even though I am connecting online with people, you could be through Facebook groups. There is a great training I gave you on YouTube about how to build on social media and how you can create connections through groups in social media, where if you're meeting people, you're connecting with those people that are relevant to you and to some sort of hobby or some sort of interest that you have. Therefore, there is a personal social connection with that person that could lead later into business. And I know the perfect example I always use is Rene when it's summer and he goes golfing. So he goes golfing, he meets people that likes to golf, and then he connects with those people. All of a sudden, they become their customers. Or when he brings his children to tennis classes, or, so these are all errands and activities that you do on your day-to-day that should not be fighting against your business. So you all connected. And I'm going to show you what it is, those materials that you have to have. So number one is obviously, dress for success. Dress the part. Whether I'm going to be on a call, if I'm going to be out and about, like, I am just wearing my best every day. I want to look my best, because if people look at me and they look at my skin and they compliment on my skin, if they compliment on my jewelry, if they compliment on, my energy, guess what? It's my perfect opener for my business. This morning I was having a conversation with Opulence, so we were in the camera and it was like, oh my God, I love your skin, how it looks. I'm like, seriously? If it wasn't for our products, like, I don't know. If people are not loving our products, they're just simply not wearing it. Business cards, do you have your business card on you all the time? Business card, I find it is inexpensive. Not every country has a culture of business cards. I find that in Mexico, for example, not everybody is into a business card mode. It's not like in Canada that like we give away our business card everywhere we go. But definitely a piece of material that you can definitely use. We have 2 types of designs in our back office. One is Fountain of Life related, and the other one is Safe Home Revolution related. I like to brand myself as myself. And when I talk about personal branding, if you look at even in my social media, I am as Dani Ferreira myself, because when I am out and about, people want to meet Renee, people want to meet Ifra, people want to meet you. You are the face of your business. So when you're out and about, people are not going to look at, you know, other people in your business. They're going to look at you. They're going to connect with you. They want to have that connection, that human aspect with you. So I always tell people, I come included in your package, because if you don't want to be in my space, then you don't want to be a part of my team. You get it? It's like people want to be in contact with people that are going to elevate them. They're going to make them, you know, a better version of themselves too. So when you're out and about, are you that person that you would want to be surrounded with? My business opportunity overview, you can have it as a binder. Okay, I have it like right here as my binder so that I can go everywhere with it. Okay, of course, my Safe Home Revolution booklet, I find it lovely. Even though, for example, in Mexico, I'm only leading with Fountain of Life, I want to show people. Today we had a call with one of our prospects, and he says, like, I clicked on the ad for Fountain of Life, but do you have other products? I said, we have over 1,000 SKUs that you can choose from your website and your e-commerce platform. But in Mexico, we're just launching this with our superstar product, and we have sold over 1 million bottles of it. So then people forget, like, okay, I don't have to worry about 10,000 products or 5,000 or not even 5 products, right? My Fountain of Life brochure, I know many of you are leading with this incredible tool. How am I using this brochure if people want to see it? Now I have like my condensed version, like an Instagram version of my brochure, so that I can show, you know, pieces of it, because I find that people nowadays, everybody wants instant gratification. People want to see the result right away. They want to go click, click, click. Okay, I learned about my product. Then I want more. Now I need to go deeper. Then you can come to a presentation. Then on the presentation, I tell them all about Fountain of Life. Then they want to see testimonials. So I have my binder of testimonials. Then they want to see, okay, what happens in the skin? Do you know somebody with diabetes? And then they start asking. So that I call them recruitment in layers. So that doesn't mean that every single person that comes my way is going to be in my team. I get to choose who I work with. But if I don't have a pipeline of prospects, how can I choose who do I want to work with? Do you know who's your target? Do you know how does your customer looks like? How do they dress? How do they look? How do they act? And we were looking at our vision boards and how my organization looks like, how my Latino ladies are going to look like. Are they energized, vitaminized? Are they bump up? Are they like, how do they look like? Right? If you're speaking to people in your community, are they positive, energized people? So if I go out and I see somebody that doesn't align, you know, their energy with mine, do I want to work with them? No, maybe, but I still connect with everyone because I don't prejudge. And then they will decide if this is an opportunity for them or not. I don't want to look like I am starving for people, right? Now, I want to use my media accolades booklet if I am talking to somebody or a specific type of person that wants to learn more about my company. You know, we have a training of the 4 personalities, right? So if I'm meeting a person that wants to have a lot of data, they want to know everything about my company, how many years I've been in the market, like when do I want to work, how do I want to work, how do I know you're a reliable company? You have no idea how many people right now are not believing in, for example, a Canadian company that's been over 20 years around, and they want to make sure that we're not going anywhere. Because a lot of people lately look at opportunities, they come in like Ponzi schemes, they put their money down, and then the next day the company's gone. Right? Are you doing presentations, like live presentations? I see many of you doing trade shows, for example. Do you have your table banner? Do you have a banner to speak up about your company, to look professional, to know where they can connect with you? If yes is the answer, then absolutely. If that's you, great. If that's you, great. That tells me that you want to look professional. So when people are going to look at your trade show or your table, or they're connecting with you, they know you are somebody they want to work with. I see Rebecca's here. If I don't have a pipeline of prospects, how will I know who I want to work with? That is an incredible question. And you need to write it down. You need to decide, who do you want to work with? How does a great prospect in your team would look like? You know, what am I looking for? Someone that's better than me. I need to find 10 new Danielas that will come and do 10 new more things than the ones that I do. I need to find people that will do better than me. I need to look up, not look down, right? Because I'm going to tell you something. We're not perfect, right? We have a lot of weaknesses. And I always dream to have a power partner, which I find, like right now in my business, I found, and her is, our LD2 of Julian, and we're working together. We talk to each other every single day for hours. And we are pipelining those people over the phone. Why? Because we want to work with each other. Like right now, I'm talking to the Trinidad and Tobago team when they have an issue, when they need somebody, they're sending something, they need it in Spanish. We are there for our teams. Philippines team, same thing. Like, it doesn't matter in which country you are at, but you need to know, how does that look like? How do I want to work with you? Why? Because I don't want to bring somebody in my team that doesn't want to work, that doesn't want to put in the effort, that are not willing to help. They don't want to be in a space with people that will bring their energy up, right? Or people that find excuses for everything. That's fine. If that's you, great. Then I will just manage the time allowance I have for that person. Have you ever been in a situation where you are in a conference, for example, and then you see somebody that just drains your energy? And we have people that we can be together on a boot camp for 6 hours and we are pumped up. And after we are in each other's spaces, we feel like, whoa, I can conquer the world. And then you have people that you just tell them like, hi, from across the room. They are like your 5 seconds person. You can't be in their space. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Right? Where there are just people that are not intended to be in your space. They don't want what you want. They're not aligned with your values. They're not aligned with your dreams. And I'm going to give you an example. And this doesn't make it any better. No, I used to have, in my previous company, and I'm talking about 20 years ago, a power partner, and we were, on an event, and she's like, my dream is to have a private jet with my name on it. And I was like, whoa. My dreams are not that big, right? Like, I do not dream on having a private jet with my name on it, right? It's crazy. I wasn't at that level at the time. I do see myself traveling in private jet, yeah, but I don't dream on owning my own private jet with my name on it. So, and that doesn't make me any better or any worse. I am just not in that space. So I need you to identify in which space are you, so that you can attract that type of people. But if you're attracting the wrong type of people, that's because your energy is not aligned with that. And Ifra's just saying it. I can normally smell them from far. I love it. Now you become so good that when you're connecting with people, you're going to be like, oh my God, this person is going to be like this or like this. You already know. So you get to choose if you want to work with them or not, because this is your business. Now, if you don't have a pipeline of people, it's simply because you're not connecting with new people. It's simple, right? You're just not doing what you're supposed to do to connect with people. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to do to connect with people, I'm going to give you a homework and go out and find 100 people. And I used to do these tests where I'm going to like, okay, I'm going to go find a red hair person. A person with a red hair. And I'm not going to go back home until I find and connect with a person with the red hair. That was my mission for the day. So whether I go to the mall or if I go for shopping or if I go, to the coffee station or to the bank or whatever, I'm going to go find and do it as an exercise. You see, in Canada, it's easier because you can say, for example, Ifra, I'm going to go and connect with somebody from Somalia today. Or I'm going to go find a Korean. I'm going to go find whatever, right? I'm going to go find somebody wearing a blue sweater. It doesn't matter to me who is that person, right? I'm just connecting with them. But lately, I find because we want to build our business on social media, we're not going out and connecting with people. So we're forgetting how to connect with people, right? So now you got it right, Joy. If my dream is not scaring me and is not giving me that feeling in my stomach that, oh my God, I'm going to build my new house in the beach. That's my next bigger dream. And if it's not making me feel so scared on, I don't even know how am I going to build a house, but I'm going to do it, like it's not big enough, right? But I need to go out and find that new blood. It's people that I'm connecting with on a daily basis. And I'm not saying that if I met you today, tomorrow you're going to join my business. No. But what if it's a yes? What if it's somebody that's aligned with my values and my energy and is looking to grow and become a better version of themselves and they're looking to build a business? I was interviewing this prospect today. I said, I don't know if this is your first chance, your second chance, or your last chance. And it will be great, and all day long when I meet these people, you know what they bring me? All their pains. The pains of the industry. Oh, this leader said this. Oh, this person promised me this. Oh, they told me that I don't have to work, that they're going to build it for me. Oh, like all this wording that I guarantee you 100% that you have heard before. And you know what? I told you, I said, I'm not here to convince you of anything. All I can tell you is from my experience, we have the best compensation plan on the planet. And if you're willing to work, risk, and sacrifice, we're on. I will be more than happy to welcome you in my team. But I need to be selective of the people that I allow in my space. Right? So the next tools I have for you right here and how I use them is look at this gorgeous material the company has created for us. And I want you to ask yourself this. Do you look opulent in your business? Does your business look opulent? Because what you put out in energy, you're going to bring in energy. So if you're not looking professional, if you're doing your own flyers and you're photocopying your own cards, what is your expectation of people? Guess what people are going to do? They're going to photocopy your cards. They're going to photocopy your flyers. They're going to do the same thing. So I don't know if you know, but we have these drop cards that if you're out and about, or if you go to networking events or whatever it is, I know we all connect in different ways. I know, for example, Team Kenya assists to BNIs and they connect with people, that are on different types of levels and they can connect and network and bring referrals from other businesses. And what I love about that is that it's all about helping each other. So I know that whatever connections I can bring in for somebody, those same connections will come back to me in my business at a different time. So I assist into these networking events to give, not to take, but to give, and to tell them about my products and to bring a benefit into their lives and to show them about my lifestyle and, these type of things. So drop cards are ideal to connect with new prospects on a daily basis and is not as simple as a business card. You have a little bit more of information where, like, for example, right now in Mexico, we're expanding Join My Team. you know, like I'm expanding so I can go to different businesses and put it. And one of the things that I discussed on the webinar I gave last week, it's like, are you putting your catalogs everywhere and expecting people to call you? If the answer is yes, and I know many of you are answering yes to yourselves, then I'm going to tell you the bad news is that nobody's going to call you. You are wasting your money if you're putting up material, leaving them on the store and waiting for people to call you. Because people will love our products and they will love our opportunity because of you. Who you are, what do you represent, and always our CEO teaches us, people are going to look at two things. What's the business and how do you do the business? Because you're going to be the one that is going to teach them, right? So if I'm expecting people to call me, like I need to do this, you know, flipping upside down and trying to get people to, you know, come to me or know about my business or getting to know about my business. No, I go out and connect with people. Now, can I do certain activities that will bring me to people if it's, for example, a spa or a salon or places that they are interested in, you know, like a nutrition store, places that they sell wellness products or beauty products, then yeah, definitely. But why would they buy into your opportunities? Because they connected with you, right? Now, the math packs, for example, with the math packs, I find that it is a beautiful folder. You have all your tools together, right? And you give away, I would say, prepare 30 of this. I don't know how many they come in the package from the back office, but if you have 30 of them, and your goal is to find that super hot shot and give that one away, book an interview and tell them, you know, I'm going to give this information about my business. I would love for you to take a look at it. When can we connect to discuss? And then you sit down with this person that already went through because this is the same thing as having a tour, but if the person keeps on canceling or not showing up, or like the 10 people I told you about last week that they promised they were going to be there and then they just didn't show up, or 10 or 12 people, and then all of a sudden we end up with 7. So I have 7 people to follow up with, but what happens with the rest? Just because they didn't show up, they stop being my customer. So I have 3 more people or 15 more people to connect with on a daily basis and try to bring them back to this excitement and this momentum where they click on my ad or they looked at my opportunity, or, you know, they connected with me at a networking event. So the Mac Pack has all of the tools together in a beautiful folder that you can give away, and then select a time slot that works for them. Book that interview, and then when we are at an interview, then I'm talking about my business and I am going to see if they are the person that I want to work with. I don't go in thinking I'm going to recruit you and I'm going to convince you that Opulence is the best, because my intention is not to convince you. Remember, I'm trying to find my next 10 Danielas, the people that will bring my organization to the top, that is going to want to grow with me, that wants to come to Dubai with me, that wants to build an organization with me, that wants to live the lifestyle that I have with me. That's the type of people I'm looking for, right? Do I want to be with someone that, oh my God, I don't have the money, you know, $100 is too expensive, like I don't have the time, I am very busy? Then why did you click on my ad? Right? I know you're laughing with me, right? So I have to go through more drop cards. That's it. Right? I just have to talk to more people. I just have to go out and connect with more people. So tell me, yes, have you ever been in a situation where you find these people, they come there excited, and all of a sudden all you hear is excuse, 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 right? And then you go home and you're like, oh my God, I'm so drained. Well, just these people didn't align to what I want to build in my business, right? Cartelina is saying all the time, I just need more blood. I need my eagles. Who are you speaking to, right? Larry's been there. I know Larry. Like, I totally see myself. You know, we've done so many trade shows together. How many people come to your booth? All they're looking for is a freebie. They're not even willing to listen to what you have to say, right? But they are there. They look like so excited. So the math packs, I want you to really look at this opportunity to give it to that hotshot, someone that really showed interest to you, that you want to find the next excuse to be together with that person in their space, build the culture of your team. So don't allow the culture to be created in the company. We already have a culture created in our company, right? Of people that are energized, people that are excited, people that want to have a better lifestyle, people that want fashion, beauty, health, people that are even if they are in the business for personal consumption, right? Our products are like so high quality, like the best materials, the hand craftsmanship, like all of that. So they already connected with you in that sense, right? Maybe they are, doing their 150 because they just want to save money for Christmas, maybe, and they just want to buy whenever they want. That's okay. You see, the first question people ask me is like, what's the minimum in your company? Because people want to look at, is the minimum easy to do? Is the minimum duplicatable? Is the minimum something that will stop people from working? And when I tell them it's 3 and 4, it's 4 bottles of Fountain of Life, they're like, what? That means that even if I was to use this for my personal use, I can save this money and then use it anytime. So when people look at our opportunity, they're like, wow, like there's no way I cannot do this. Even at the smallest level as a VP, I can tell you now that I am, in Mexico, there is no benefit on becoming a brand partner. It's actually more money if they were to buy the product on their own. But you see, the e-commerce platform, maybe they don't see the value of that because a lot of people are building person to person. You see, in countries like Thailand, Philippines, all the Caribbean, I know people in Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, Bermuda, like all of these countries, people want to talk person to person. It's great to know that I can build a business that's digital or that it has an e-commerce platform attached to it. But even in Mexico, a lot of people don't even want to put their credit card on a computer. So, we have a saying in Mexico, they will pull up their mattress, pull the cash from under the mattress and give you the cash type of thing. We definitely have people like that. But we're ready. We have Opulence currency. We have a way to help them, through our credit cards. Like they can just start in minutes. So why not? And right now the exchange rate is so low that people are loving it because from the pricing I give them, it's like, a couple of $1,000 less. But if you're in Canada and you're building with Canadian pricing, or you're in a different part of the world, you already know your pricing. You already have your schedule of your pricing and the value of your packages. So then you know what's important for people in your community. And then the last one, which is a brand new headquarters booklet. One of the reasons why I absolutely love this is because it's like a small tour presentation that speaks from when the company was, newly, born and starting back in 2005, and it takes you through whole heritage and it shows the accolades when it comes to the celebrities and all of these things. So it's beautiful. It's like a super high-end book that shows people we're not just another company. So will I invest in a tool like this? Absolutely, yes. I will be a part of that hotshot list that I want to build my business with, finding my next, top income earner, in my organization that I can help. And I will definitely show them, like, this is the type of company that we are. This is the type of company that has all this heritage when it comes to fashion, beauty, and health. By the way, right now, I don't know if this is the first time you're on this call, but we are right now on pre-orders of our amazing new product called Arctic Beta, which is collagen peptides. We have it in 4 different flavors. We have actually an on-flavor version that could be used as a creamer, multi-berry, chocolate, and vanilla. So we have the 4 flavors available for pre-order, and we are actually going to have in Toronto a boot camp to learn everything about our Arctic Beta product. We want to make sure that we are very well trained to show you why our collagen is nothing like what you are going to find in stores, and why you want to invest in ultimate products like ours. So if you have guests, or if you're in Toronto, you don't want to miss this event. You want to make sure that you are, number one, learning for yourself. You need to make sure you are trained on the product. And number 2, if you have guests, you want to make sure you can bring them and show them what this is all about. I truly find that. And then the next week we have our Asia conference. I know Renee is going to be in Thailand, in Bangkok, with our sales development manager Rico from Philippines. Our senior vice president Sanas Human is going to be there as well. So we have all these events going on that we need to become super excited about it. Even if you're not going, you can be sharing in your social media all the excitement about it. All these events that are going to bring people, everybody's watching. Have you noticed that? People, even in your social media, that they click or love or comment on your posts, and you're like, what's going on with this person? That they're always loving what you do. They just don't know what you do. You never book them for a tour, right? Ottawa team is coming to Toronto. Wow. Rahma, send those photos and be loud on social media. I will be following you all the way from Mexico. But you see, the intention of this training is to give you a recap of our tools. Don't try to reinvent the wheel and create your own. We do have banners. I was talking to you about, some of the tools that make us look professional, but we do have promotional material available in your back office. You can do the Divine banner. Is beautiful. Fountain of Life banner. We have a new version of it. So make sure you go online and make a purchase. Have your tour ready. Do you have the latest tour in your binder? Put it in there. We are actually now working on a new tour as well. So we're excited to bring all these tools together for you. The leadership team is working on it. And we want to make sure that the new partners, the people that are joining your team, can duplicate what you've been doing lately. Because I find that a lot of times people get lost in the middle just because they didn't have the right information at the right time. And all we want to do as leaders is bring that energy, bring that level of excitement to our team, and to tell them we're here. We're here to support you. We're here to grow with you. Let us know what you need. Find the events that are in your community. The reason why people are not going to go do trade shows is because they just simply don't feel confident to do a trade show. They want to see you how to do a trade show. Once you do it, once you show them the way, they will follow through and do what you tell them to do. You see, this morning when I was talking to this prospect, he didn't know anything about social media. They keep promising we're going to do campaigns and we're going to do campaigns. And then what? There's an entire learning process for that. But in the meantime, until you learn how to do campaigns on social media, let me show you how you can connect with people one-on-one. How can you go out to the bank and meet 5 new prospects? How can you go out to do your groceries and call somebody to come join your team? So these are the type of things that I find we are not doing as often as we used to. After the pandemic, I find that we became very, we even in Opulence, we became robo recruiters, right? And we're thinking that we're going to build all of our business online, which is a great thing. But even if it's digital, people want to know they're speaking to a human. They do not want to lose that human connection. Do you agree? So I want to leave this last 10 minutes of the call to open up for your objections? What are the things that you find in your business are stopping you from achieving your next higher level? And let's see, you never know, maybe we can help you. We have many leaders on this call and we can definitely take you to your next higher level. So show me here on the chat some of your obstacles. What do you think is stopping you today, right now? What's stopping you to go to your next higher level? By the way, I'm not judging what your next higher level is, okay? Your next higher level could be $500 a month, $300 a month. It could be making a sale. It could be finding the next prospect. It could be recruiting somebody and, you know, showing them the opportunity of opulence. What is that obstacle? What is that? It could be a mindset issue. It could be something that it's blocking you in your headspace. You're not feeling that you can do this. So what is it? I want you to share with me on the chat one thing that's stopping you today from achieving your next higher level. Come on, don't be shy. If I don't see anything written up here, means all of you are super successful. All of you are achieving your highest targets, right? All of you are dealing with a lot of prospects that you can't even, you know, put them in your agendas. So, time management, I see here. Okay, your number one issue that's stopping you right now from achieving the next higher level in your business is time management. Okay, that means we can actually have a time management training. It's in your back office as well. I have given time management training before, but it's a great obstacle to have because it's actually not, I would say it's a good problem to have. Okay, time management means you're just overloaded with all of these things and you're just not placing the time that you need in order to achieve your next higher level. But in order to have a time management training, you also need to have a target. Okay, and align both in the same line so that you know what your time management is going to bring you in money. So time and money go hand by hand. So I cannot say time management is my biggest obstacle if I don't know what I want to achieve, right? If I'm not going to achieve that aspect of my business. So time management, Ragma, I would love to have a time management training, and perhaps our sales development manager Rico can schedule something on time management and we can have an entire training on that. I would love to give you some insights on time management because I find that as entrepreneurs, it is very easy to get sidetracked, right? The next one, no following up with prospects. Wow, of course. So you already know you're guilty of not following up with prospects. So this is your homework, Hodan. Your homework is to pick up the phone tomorrow and call 10 prospects, 10 that you didn't call. And all you're going to do is you're going to do this script, okay? You're going to say, hi, Mavis, this is Danny from Opulence Global. I'm just calling you to apologize because I've been so busy that I haven't had the opportunity to give you a follow-up call. And I am doing my customer care appreciation phone calls today. So I just wanted to connect with you to apologize for not following up on your products or whatever it is that's, you know, that you're calling that prospect for. So you're not calling to sell them anything. You're not calling them to, you know, recruit them. No, all you're calling is to connect. I want you to call your customers to connect again so that that person that it was getting into your cold market becomes warm market again. Once they are in your warm market again and you already apologize to them for not following up with them, now you can invite them to your next event. Now you can tell them about your next trade show. Now you can tell them about your holiday shopping spree. Now you can tell them about your Fountain of Life promotion. Now you can, like, whatever excuse, okay? But your homework, and you can text me on WhatsApp tomorrow, Horan, is connect with 10 customers or send them a message, you know? Pick up the phone. Sometimes we're very shy on picking up the phone. Next one, training on social media. Mavis, I love you. You want to have training on social media. Great. We have training in our back office for social media, but we want to make sure that, you know, we're giving the tools that we need, because we're not experts when we join Opulence, and when we're new in our business, we need to be retraining ourselves and put it into today's lifestyle, right? Next one. Thank you, Daniela, for the training. Oh, very welcome, very welcome. You know, people want to be surrounded with people like us. They want to be in an energy and in a space that I am going to be a better version of me. So I'm just calling to connect, because when I joined Opulence, I was so excited about this opportunity. I want to go back to that excitement, so that when I'm calling my customers, they are as excited as I am, and I can transmit that with my energy. Right? I love it, Janine. I love it. Call your customers, you know, just apologize to them. You know what? And because you're so busy and you're like so excited, like even your voice is getting like super short, like short-breathed. It's like they love that. Customers love that. They want to know that you care about them as a human being. You're not just calling them to sell them something. Right? So I want all of you, not only Hodan that put the question here, like all of you, go out and connect with people that are your customers. And then you can say, by the way, you know, I am going to be hosting a health seminar to show my customers about the Fountain of Life and the Divine Duo next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Would you love to be my special guest? And invite people to your next tour. You never know what's just going to happen, right? You're just connecting with people. And if they are your customers, they already know you as the Opulence person, right? Amazing. Anybody else? Thank you. Oh my God, so many thank yous. I know. Oh, are you going to Thailand? Oh my gosh. Okay, show me here. Who else is going to Thailand? Say hi, everybody, for me. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. I know Renee is going, but who else is going to be going to Thailand? I would have loved to go, honestly. I just have, my November is so, like, I have so many things in November. So I'm going to a wedding. So I'm going to be doing photos and videos. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful wedding. It's outside the city. And we just have a new prospect that's actually from that city. So I'm hoping that she can, you know, host a little event for me on that weekend. So very, very exciting. So with that, I want to close. We have 4 minutes left on this training, but I know our host has a lot of great announcements. And thank you so much for hosting me. I am going to be with you in a couple of weeks as well. And we're going to be training about personal care and other products. But just text me or text our sales development manager, Rico, if there is a training that you're hungry to have, and we can put it together for you and obviously have you here. Thank you, team, for your time. And thank you, MC, for hosting today.
Wow, 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 wow. Let us show Daniela some love. Aren't you happy that you came tonight? I mean, the tips we got, that simple script that she gave us, and it blew my mind. She's so natural. She does it like, she just like I don't know how, I want to grow up like you. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join the meeting. I'm happy that you came. I hope you learned something, and I hope that I learned something. Thank you so much, Daniela, for everything, for a great, great, great training.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So let's do a closing. One team, one dream, one system, building the billion. Thank you so much, Opulence family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.